We begin in West Africa, where Nigeria's military has announced the deployment of its forces to the northeastern border regions. And this comes after the president declared a state of emergency in areas where Islamist insurgents are most active. Here is Noel Mwakugu with more details.
A huge military operation is underway in Nigeria. The mission is aimed at combating activities of Islamist insurgents in the country. President Goodluck Jonathan on Tuesday imposed a state of emergency in 3 states menaced by the Islamist group Boko Haram, saying the level of violence had called for extraordinary measures.
These actions amount to a declaration of war and a deliberate attempt to undermine the authority of the Nigerian state and threaten the territorial integrity. As a responsible government, we will not tolerate this.
The Nigerian military has deployed massive personnel and resources to the affected areas. In the south, some Nigerians welcomed the news.
This thing is supposed to have been put in place since when the Boko Haram started their disaster or this crisis rather. But it's good, it's good because many lives have been lost. But now that he had declared the state of emergency, I think the Boko Haram will adjust, and it will also help more, save more lives.
However, the arrival of more soldiers isn't good news for some residents in the north. Nigerian troops have been accused of committing abuses against civilians during past operations.
The government has had a very heavy-handed response to this problem. They've gone into the northeast, to the places where Boko Haram is focused, with the full use of force. And this has unfortunately, very unfortunately, led to a lot of civilians being caught in the crossfire. There's been a lot of reporting of human rights violations by the armed forces.
The deployment of troops comes after a series of increasingly severe attacks in northeastern state of Borno that left hundreds of people dead. On the 7th of May, gunmen stormed the city of Bama, killing dozens of soldiers and police officers, while last month some 200 people, mostly civilians, reportedly died during a fighting between Islamists and troops in the city of Baga. Boko Haram claimed responsibility for both attacks in a video released on Monday.
There's a real spiraling in violence, a serious increase. And part of this, it seems, is linked to an expansion of the resources of Boko Haram, increase in the sophistication of weaponry, most likely greater access to funding.
Since 2009, the conflict with Boko Haram has claimed 3,600 lives, according to rights groups. Pressure is mounting on President Jonathan to put an end to the violence in Africa's most populous nation and a key oil producer. Noel Mwakugu, CCTV.